Please, please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. You may be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Johns, members of the Board of Education, honored guests, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, graduates. On behalf of the faculty and administration, it is my honor as principal of Henry Ford II High School to welcome you to the 2011 commencement exercise. Today's commencement is the 37th commencement in our school's history. First, I would like to thank our symphonic band under the direction of Mr. Matt Shaner for this afternoon's music. Mr. Shaner, band. It is my pleasure now to introduce our platform guests, all who have contributed to the success in making our vision of improved student achievement a reality. First, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christine M. Johns. Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning, Mr. Robert Van Camp. Mr. Van Camp will retire at the end of the school year, having served the district for 36 years. Mr. Van Camp is a former faculty member here at Ford. Assistant Superintendent for Business and Finance, Mrs. Stephanie Egan. Assistant Superintendent for Auxiliary Services, Mr. Mark Davey. To my right, we have the members of the Utica Community Schools Board of Education, Vice President, Mrs. Jean Kleida. Secretary, Mrs. Michelle Templeton. Treasurer, Mr. Carl Torito. Trustee, Mr. Dan Myers. Trustee, Mrs. Jennifer Priebus. And Trustee, Dr. Robert Ross. We are joined on stage by our three associate principals, Mr. Ken Marnin, Mrs. Lisa McDill, and Mr. Mark McLaughlin. Representing our academic pursuits are our department chairpersons, our readers, and on the floor are our teachers serving as honor guards. I would ask that all faculty members please stand at this time. We are also honored to have our administrators from our feeder elementary schools and our junior high school. Would those administrators please stand? To the members of the class of 2011, here's what I've learned and had a chance to be part of this year. Smiles. What I will remember most about this class are the smiles. I'll remember the smiles after winning a football game, the smiles after the band earned a 1 at festival, the smiles at homecoming and at prom, the smiles we had every day at lunch, sitting with our friends. For the class of 2011, smiles made our school a better place. I learned to win friends and influence people. I love to read, and one of my favorite books is by Dale Carnegie. He wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was published in 1937 at the heart of the Great Depression. Dale Carnegie said, "The first trick to a successful life is to know people's names and to take a genuine interest in them. A person's name to him or her is the sweetest and most important sound in any language. My advice to you, learn as many names as you can and take a genuine interest in people." I've learned that it's your life. You have a choice. To steal from Randy Pasch, who gave his last lecture in 2007 after being diagnosed with terminal cancer, he said this to his students: "You have a choice in life. Are you going to be Tigger or are you going to be Eeyore?" I bet you can't guess which one I chose. Choose to be Tigger. Have a positive attitude and make your positive energy contagious. And given the chance, be Tigger in every situation. Learn to juggle. In life, you're given 5 balls to juggle. These balls are work, family, health, friends, and integrity. The trick is learning that of the 5 balls, 4 are rubber and 1 is glass. As you start juggling your life, remember that your family is the ball made of glass. The rest of the balls are rubber, and if you drop them, they will bounce back. My advice to you, learn to juggle so that you never break the glass ball that is your family. Finally, believe in your country. You had the opportunity to attend one of the best schools in the best country on earth. Make sure that you always believe in your country and do your part to protect our freedoms so that the next generation had the same opportunity you had. A good school, in a good neighborhood, surrounded by family and people who care. As you take leave from our school, please do your part to keep this the best and most well-educated country on earth. To the parents and to our community, please join me now in celebrating these wonderful facts about the class of 2011. This class has 11 valedictorians and 1 salutatorian. 2 Macomb County All-Academic Team members, Natalie Graves and Adam Radishak. 10 students are members of the Utica Community Schools Center for Math, Science, and Technology. 67 students are Falcon Scholars, which means they have maintained a GPA of 3.67 or higher all 4 years. 42 graduates are AP Scholars, having earned a 3.67 GPA in 4 or more advanced placement classes. 87 graduates are Presidential Scholars, having earned at least a 24 on the ACT and have a 3.5 GPA or higher. 88 are members of the National Honor Society, our largest organization and the organization dedicated to scholarship, service, character, and leadership. 237 graduates possess a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. 95% of our students will pursue higher education. Our students will attend every university in our state and places like Purdue, Columbia, and Harvard. This class earned 363 scholarships, which calculates to over $1.4 million. Please join me for a round of applause for these impressive accomplishments. At this time, I would like the valedictorians and salutatorian to approach the stage. It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorians and salutatorians for the class of 2011 at this time. I would ask that you hold your applause until every student is introduced. Valedictorian Katie Ann Connolly. Katie's parents are Susan Dieger and Timothy Conley. Katie plans to attend Central Michigan University in the fall, where she will major in political science. Valedictorian Katie Connolly. Valedictorian Leanne Lynn Connolly. Leanne's parents are Donna and Marty Connolly. She plans to attend Michigan State University in the fall, where she will major in engineering. Valedictorian Leanne Connolly. Valedictorian Natalie Elizabeth Graves. Natalie's parents are Christine and Carl Graves. She plans to attend the University of Michigan and major in law. Valedictorian Natalie Graves. Valedictorian Kayla Elise Hubner. Kayla's parents are Julie and Mark Hubner. She plans to attend Central Michigan University in the fall, where she will major in accounting. Valedictorian Kayla Hubner. Valedictorian Sarah Elizabeth Jackowitz. Sarah's parents are Janet and Dennis Jackowitz. She plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall, where she will major in biology. Valedictorian Sarah Jackowitz. Valedictorian James Evan Knox. James' parents are Marianne and James Knox. He plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall, where he will major in business. Valedictorian James Knox. Valedictorian Jason David Lazara. Jason's parents are Michelle and David Lazara. Jason plans to attend the University of Akron in the fall, where he will major in biomedical engineering. Valedictorian Jason Lazara. Valedictorian Lindsay Caitlin Peabody. Lindsay's parents are Jan and Greg Peabody. She plans to attend the University of Detroit Mercy in the fall, where she will major in medicine. Valedictorian Lindsay Peabody. Valedictorian Adam Nicholas Radishak. Adam's parents are Angela and Thomas Radishak. Adam plans to attend Harvard University in the fall, where he will major in computer science and electrical engineering. Valedictorian Adam Radishak. Valedictorian Nazmin Sohi. Nazmin's parents are Jasdeep and Devinder Sohi. She plans to attend Wayne State University in the fall, where she will major in medicine. Valedictorian Nazmin Sohi. Valedictorian Marcus William Wogan. Marcus's parents are Felipe and James Wogan. Marcus plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall, where he will major in engineering. Valedictorian Marcus Wogan. Salutatorian Sarah Elizabeth Sample. Sarah's parents are Heather and Todd Sample. She plans to attend Albion University in the fall, where she will major in French. Salutatorian Sarah Sample. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for our 2011 valedictorians and salutatorians. Please welcome to the stage our commencement speaker, valedictorian Katie Conley. Katie was selected as our speaker after her speech was judged the best in a school-wide competition. She will deliver her speech entitled Numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Connolly. Take your time now, okay? Got it? You're going to do a great job.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the administration, teachers, family, and friends who have helped us all to reach this point. Without you, we could have never made it this far. Our class was chosen to be the first with new graduation requirements. And in those requirements, lucky us, were 4 years of math. Classes like geometry, algebra, calculus, statistics, the list goes on. We whined and complained, said it wasn't fair or important, but we were wrong. As much as we would like to deny it, our lives are entirely based upon math. Numbers, specifically, are everywhere. Everything we have done and will do in the future is affected by them. As we go on, the effect and importance of numbers will only grow. In the beginning, it's 23 pairs of chromosomes who make us who we are. First, we learned how to count, the digits of our phone numbers, addresses, and our birthdays. Elementary school taught us the basics. There were 500 of us in one building. Counting backward from 1,000 made us a cool cat, and 2 20-minute recesses were what life was all about. We had one teacher for each year, but then things started to multiply. In junior high, the numbers got bigger. They started adding letters to math problems, and everything got more complicated. The size of our school doubled. Now there were 1,000 students roaming the halls, and each year we had 6 teachers instead of just 1. We had our first experience with memorizing locker combinations and remembering just what number our locker was. And as we got settled into the numbers junior high brought us, they threw us a curveball. High school. The new equation. 4 grades times 500 students plus 100 staff members times a whole lot of homework equals 4 truly amazing years. As freshmen, we had our first experience with the 3-to-1 ratio of high school. You know the one, where the 3 grades of upperclassmen are all against the freshmen. It was great, but we got past it and had our chance to experience 4 homecomings, 8 plays and musicals, and numerous sporting events and school activities. Life became much more expensive than it had before. So for many of us, this meant our first paychecks. And as we got older, we had to become much more conscious of gas mileage and curfew than ever before. When senior year rolled around, we had to fill out stacks and stacks of college applications. After so many years of adding more and more, the numbers began to dwindle. Our last year of high school, which meant our last homecoming, pep assemblies, the last time bells would rule our lives, and it came to the final countdown, our last high school wake-ups. Finally, all of the multiplying has come to an end, but it has led us to the last step, dividing. 13 years, at least 43 teachers, tons of homework and friends, and countless memories have led us to this point. This one moment, where all of our hard work will finally be validated. And as important as this diploma is, let's face it, there are some numbers, much more important ones, that we will remember much longer than our GPA. Numbers like the score of that big game, our team's record, the rank we received at a competition or festival, how many people attended our performance, how just 1 hour, 60 more powerless minutes could have canceled our freshman finals, the record-breaking heat on prom, the number of Titan upsets, our best friend's phone number, and the 500 other graduates sitting beside us. All of these numbers, the masses of them, have prepared us to be the best people we can be. Today marks the last day in which we will all be together as the class of 2011. From here, we will all go our separate ways: college, trade school, the armed forces, or right into the workforce. But even as we go these separate ways, we will forever carry the stamp of a 4-2 Falcon. Numbers in our lives, they'll come and go, but one will forever be important: 2011. Congratulations, my fellow graduates. 1-1, we are finally done.
Great job, Amy. Great job.
Please welcome to the stage our commencement singer, Jasmine Scott. Jasmine's parents are Kelly Sandin and Stuart Scott. Jasmine is an accomplished singer and had the leading role of Tracy in Hairspray in this year's musical. She will perform Home, the final number in the musical The Wiz. Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Scott. Good job, Kelly. Okay, just do it.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. With you, I am home. I know I am here with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall grass bend into leaning. Suddenly, the snowflakes that fall have a meaning. Sprinkling the scene makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go on now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. But just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. Oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if you believe in the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away, or should we try and stay? Or is it better just to let things be? Living here in this whole world might be a fantasy, oh, but it taught me to love. So it's real, real, real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like
Great job. Good job.
It is my pleasure now to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christine M. Johns. Dr. Johns is in her 5th year as superintendent of our schools. Under her leadership, students here at Ford and throughout Utica Community Schools continue to perform at levels that are among the highest in our history. Our graduation rates are the best in Macomb County, and our students are recognized for their academic achievement both in the state and throughout the nation. Under her visionary and progressive leadership, Utica Community Schools has created a college culture for all students. Just this year, UCS was one of fewer than 300 districts honored nationwide for significant growth in both the number and the success of students in AP courses. The district was also honored nationally for its fiscal accountability and its investment in student programs in the face of declining resources. This is further demonstrated by the numerous grants that have been awarded to our schools that create unique opportunities for our students and provide a safe and well-maintained learning environment. Dr. Johns holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Pittsburgh, a master's degree from Johns Hopkins University, and both a Master's of Education degree and a Doctorate of Education degree from Harvard University. Ladies and gentlemen, our Superintendent, Dr. Christine M. Johns.
Thank you, Mr. Byer. Henry Ford, the second high school class of 2011. Parents, family, and friends. Teachers, administrators, members of the Board of Education, good afternoon. I am very pleased to be here this afternoon, and I am particularly honored to be addressing families and friends of this particular group of seniors. These young men and women gathered before us today are especially unique and remarkable. Graduates, throughout your time in Utica Community Schools, you have distinguished yourselves as leaders and learners. You have advanced quietly, set new marks for achievement among our graduates, served your community, and demonstrated all the qualities that entitle you to become an alumni of Henry Ford II High School. Michelangelo once said, "The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark." The aim for you in Utica Community Schools was high, very high. You met and exceeded what was asked of you. As you go forth and approach the future, please know that you have the skills and abilities to embrace risk and to be successful. Your Falcon background has positioned you well for continuing your education beyond the high school diploma, for entering the workforce, or serving in our armed forces. Just as you have these past few years at Ford, I encourage you to challenge yourself by setting your aim high and following your passion in whatever you strongly believe will make a difference. Every day, for the rest of your life, you will have the opportunity to live life to the fullest and be successful in each and every pursuit by the choices you make. I encourage you to consider the following questions as you set your aim upon your next set of goals. How will you use your gifts and talents? What choices will you make? How will you choose a life of ease or a life of service and adventure? Will you wilt under criticism or follow your convictions? Will you bluff it out when you're wrong, or will you apologize? Will you play it safe, or will you be a swashbuckler? When it is tough, will you give up, or will you be relentless? Will you achieve the low mark and be content, or aim high and risk falling short? To live life never challenging yourself, where you do what's expected of you but never try to achieve more, would be to live a life unfulfilled. And I know every graduate sitting here in the palace today is stronger and better than that, because you're Falcons. I know that you are capable of taking risk because you have already achieved a very high standard. For you, the class of 2011, are the first graduates to successfully complete the new Michigan Merit Curriculum. It means you accomplished more than was ever asked of anyone on this stage or in this audience. You have been expected to meet increased rigor in all areas of your studies. You are the first class where every student was required to successfully complete Algebra 2 and Physics, a remarkable accomplishment. It means you are going forward with knowledge and skills that set you apart. In addition, you have the distinction of being Utica Community Schools graduates. And because of that, you should be confident that you have the preparation necessary to reach your goals. These accomplishments are another legacy of the Henry Ford II class of 2011. After all, this is the class that earned honors throughout the state and nation. Academically, your achievement levels are among the highest in the history of your high school. Thanks to your hard work, Utica Community Schools is one of a limited number of districts nationally recognized for increased student success on AP. Truly, you are a remarkable group of graduates. On behalf of your administrators, teachers, and the entire UCS family, I want to wish you well as you continue to reach higher in the next chapter of your life. Henry Ford II High School is a better place for having had the class of 2011 walk its halls. Congratulations, 2011. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jean Clyda, Vice President of the Board of Education. Mrs. Clyda is addressing you as the representative of the Board of Education, a board that is deeply committed to this community and the 30,000 students the board represents. Mrs. Clyda has two sons who have graduated from Utica Community Schools. In addition to the many hours she serves this community as board vice president, she is also a member of the Utica Community Schools Foundation for Educational Excellence and the Utica Area Action Team. Mrs. Clyda has served on the board since 1998, and I'm pleased to say that she was recently re-elected by our community to an additional 6-year term. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Jean Clyda, Vice President of the Board of Education.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here today to welcome and to congratulate your graduates. Parents, families, educators, friends, and of course, our 2011 graduates of Henry Ford II High School. It is my very distinguished honor to represent the Utica Community Schools Board of Education in congratulating you on your day of commencement. On this day of deserved congratulations, I ask, will you make a difference? Our world is in great need of difference makers, and I am certain the Utica Community Schools has provided an education worthy of an exciting answer. But to what end will each of you use that education to better our world? You all know Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, her incredible story, her heroic recovery, and steadfast conviction to improve our world have inspired a nation and a world. Just a few years ago, at her alma mater, Scripps University, she talked about the gift and responsibility of learning. And this is what she said: "With great gifts come great expectations. We are here today, your professors, your parents, your friends. We all expect you to go out into this world and be restless and creative and inspiring with all that you have been given." Well, you know, greatness is often perceived as fleeting and elusive, something for only the few. But don't you be fooled. Greatness presents itself to each of us and is evident in all of our endeavors. Graduates of Utica schools have sought and achieved the heights of greatness. They have created and inspired, whether through their academic success at university or community college, through the professional trades, through their commitment to the military or public service, in a myriad of occupations. Utica Community School students have and continue to raise expectations and reset the bar amongst their peers. That task, ladies and gentlemen, is now left to your most capable minds. Yet your charge is greater than a new career or a new school, but a more perfect world. The choices you make in the forthcoming years will dramatically and inexplicably alter our world for the better. Dr. Martin Luther King understood interconnectedness some 50 years ago when he said, "In a real sense, all life is interrelated, caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly." Dr. King didn't even have Facebook or YouTube to understand how interconnected the world really is. Yet today, it was creative and inspired young people who wielded that sword of social media to begin peaceful, democratic change in Egypt just a few short months ago. We are all tied in that garment of destiny that you are its caretakers, keepers of the great freedoms won by the sacrifices of those before us and with us. I ask you to invest what you have learned and achieved in something greater than yourselves. Look to your classmates, to those in the audience. Sitting next to you are those who will help shape tomorrow. Looking down upon you are those who look upon you with confidence to those days with hopeful anticipation. Be restless in your search for challenges. Distinguish yourselves with creativity. Find your inspiration in all your endeavor. On behalf of the Utica Community Schools Board of Education, Henry Ford II High School class of 2011, I applaud you. We all applaud you on this stage, not for what you have finished here today, but for what you are about to begin tomorrow. Congratulations, class of 2011. Now, by the power vested in the Board of Education and the Superintendent of Schools by the State of Michigan, it gives me great pleasure to present the class of 2011 of Henry Ford II High School with their diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed with the ceremony.
Katie Ann Conley, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Leanne Lynn Connolly, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Natalie Elizabeth Graves, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Kayla Elise Hubner, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Sarah Elizabeth Jackowitz, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology, AP Scholar. James Evan Knox, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Jason David Lazara, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Lindsay Caitlin Peabody, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Adam Nicholas Radijak, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Nazmin Sohi, valedictorian, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Marcus William Wogan, valedictorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology, AP Scholar. Sarah Elizabeth Sample, salutatorian, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology, AP Scholar. Jasmine Danielle Scott, National Honor Society, cum laude. Samuel David Aiken. Anna Marie Albus, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Krista Marie Alexander. Alyssa Emily Allen, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Amanda Rose Alston. Nicholas Dale Amy. Jessica Lou Angel. Samantha Ann Anulare. Austin John Asaklis, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Monica Morris Asmi. Salvatore Vincent Badalamenti. Kiana Marie Baker. Jason Todd Barra. Jonathan David Barsoon. Kaylin Nicole Bartolino. Ashley Renee Bartold, National Honor Society. Lacey Elizabeth Barazzini. Cassie Rose Borelski. Matthew Dale Bauer. Erin Joanne Beckwell. Caitlin Elizabeth Beeler. Cameron Paul Belivac. Megan Elizabeth Belcher. Rebecca Louise Belanger, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Michael George Barizik. Ryan Donald Berger. Jonathan Barashai, cum laude. Aaron Edward Berthet. Sarah Lennox Bevan. Maria Veronica Biondo, cum laude. Brandon Michael Beidelman, National Honor Society, cum laude. Matthew Aaron Ray Birch. Connor Vasil Biznak. Joshua Aaron Bytel. Delante Zerman Blackburn. Stephen Andrew Bobrowski. Leanne Michelle Bohm, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Nicholas Paul Boguth, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Alexandra Nicole Bohack, National Honor Society, cum laude. Salvatore Sebastian Bologna. DeMarte Delwan Bonner. Adam Mitchell Bonus. Lauren Elizabeth Bonus. Nikki Ray Bowers, National Honor Society. Joey Benedict Braganza. William Raymond Brazier. Jacqueline Nicole Brenner. Kaylin J. Brooks. Tiffany Lynn Broom. Alexandra Lee Brown. Melissa Marie Brunke. David Philip Bugg. Terry Allen Bulgarelli Jr. Nicholas Vincent Burgess. Andrew Douglas Burns. Christopher Allen Bush. Alyssa Marie Buss, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Brandon John Bykowski. Anthony Michael Cairo. Sarah Elizabeth Callahan. Shelby Marie Campbell. Amanda Caitlin Carone. Katrina Marie Case. Robert Michael Sanoa, National Honor Society, cum laude. Nicole Marie Cherwak. Michael Andrew Chisholm, National Honor Society, cum laude. Taylor Lynn Church. Anthony Francis Ciotti, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Kyler William Clodfelter. Keith Stephen Colangelo. Jeremy Andrew Coldicott, magna cum laude. Donald Joseph Combs. Nicole Reichendorfer Cooper, cum laude. Jonah David Corian. Aaron Michael Cox. Daniel Peter Cooper. Megan Nicole Silkowski. Ashley Marie Dahl, National Honor Society, cum laude. Nina Marie DeLeo. Fadi Maher Dallo. Nathan James Daniel, National Honor Society, cum laude. Rachel Lee Davis. Rochelle Noel De Benedetti, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology. Rachel Lynn DeYoungie. Patrick Michael Delling, National Honor Society, cum laude. Amy Marie DeMulder. Adam James Dennison. Jeremy Thomas DeSantis. Nicholas Salvatore DeBella. Emily Kate Dyes. Jessica Fran DiGregorio, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Goran Dimmick. Christian Javon Dixon. Brandon Michael Dodson.
Joanna Sue Dotson, cum laude. Samantha Lynn Dombrowski. Leah Catherine Domke. Adam Michael Doan. Shannon Kathleen Dooley. Aaron Antoine Dorsey. Catherine Myrna Duahi. Adam Cass Drew. Jordan Matthew Drum. Jonathan Andrew Dunlop. Brittany Taylor Durecki. Chelsea Lauren Dye. Davion Dell Edwards. Shane Michael Ellis. Victoria Ime Aquari. Christina Kusei Esak. Caitlin Malloy Ficarelli. Stephen Andrew Finn. Rebecca Ann Finnegan. Megan Ray Flanagan, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Zena Ariel Ford. Cody Jared Forst. Derek Stephen Foster. Victoria Lynn Foxworth. Sam Francis, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Bianca Lynn Francisco. Brendan Eric Worsing Frank, cum laude, National Honor Society. Colden David Everett Frazier. Robin Christine Frazier. Melissa Ann Fronrath, National Honor Society, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology, AP Scholar. Emiluz Agmata Fuentesilia. Kayla Elizabeth Fergal, National Honor Society, cum laude. Holly Nicole Gudzinski, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Scott Edward Garvalia, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Brian James Gargano, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Cody Stephen Guerin. Zachary Ryan Gates. Jessica Lynn Geck. Thomas Paul Gear. Amanda Melissa Gegich. Trevor William Gerke Turner. Philip Michael Gaitis. Jessica Gierka. Jacqueline Danielle Gigantic. Ashley Renee Gilbert. Megan Elizabeth Gilbert, National Honor Society. Sarah Jean Gilleran. Morgan Marguerite Gillikin. Yulia Gnadek, National Honor Society. Christian Goichai, cum laude. Simon Gochevic. Zuzana Irena Goss. Mackenzie Kate Goss, National Honor Society, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Goujon, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Courtney Carolyn Goff, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Travis Ryan Graham, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology, AP Scholar.
Girl with the gold.
Paige Lene Grant, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Jonathan Ross Greenwald, cum laude. Jacqueline Donika Grishai, National Honor Society, summa cum laude. Lena Marie Gross. Madison Hunter Halbert. Catherine Rose Hankowitz. Brittany Rayanne Hanna. Shannon Hanna. Ashley Marie Hanser. Kathleen Rose Hansen. Rebecca Ann Hardy. Arthur Maxwell Harris, National Honor Society, cum laude. Atari Danielle Harris. Emily Marie Harting, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Ian Andrew Hatzilius, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology. Jacob Marshall Hauser. Michael Joseph Hayes, National Honor Society. Matthew Allen Helt. Emily Michelle Henderson. Allison Rose Hernelstein.
Okay. Now, when I go in,
Amber Dawn Holdbrook.
for a while, then I got
Curtis Donald Holder. Heather Marie Holmes.
the next one, boy. The next boy.
Sean Michael Hughes, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Dakota Joseph Hult. Dominic Frank Iannuzzi. Marvin Ishak. Jamie Lynn Eisen, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Martina Maria Jabiru. Amanda June Jacobson. Jessica Jakai. Lucas Dale Janish. Luke Allen Genema, National Honor Society, cum laude. Austin Garrett Jessel. Siobhan LaShawn Johnson. Brianna Marie Johnston. Brittany Ann Jones. Shandell Brianna Jones. Danielle Marie Jones. Matthew Charles Jones, National Honor Society, cum laude. Nicole Marie Jones. Samantha Nicole Jude. Ahmad Fitzgerald Judkins. Kayla Ann Marie Judson. Tekla Jeanne d'Arc Kamel. Nathaniel Joel Keller. Lona Camaro. Brian Paul King, National Honor Society, cum laude. Emily Winifred King. Kyle Lewis King. Michelle Colleen King. Sarah Ellen Kern, National Honor Society, cum laude. Brandon Michael Kurzinger. Catherine Lee Clarich. Jason Daniel Klein. Claudia Katarzyna Kohaniewicz, National Honor Society, cum laude, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology. Courtney Danielle Canup, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Andrew James Kosolansky. Michelle Ann Kozel, National Honor Society, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Ann Krakowski, summa cum laude, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Birgitta Krasnichi. Lauren Taylor Cusick. Nicole Celine Kazborski. Michael Wilden Leclerc Lum. David Frederick Lademan. Emily Jennifer Lafere. Richard Joseph Lafere. Eric Andrew Lafferty. Haley Alexis Laidlaw, National Honor Society, cum laude. Keith Lamb. Lauren Ashley Lamontagne. Dominic Christopher Landini, National Honor Society, cum laude. Michael Scott LaRose. Troy Michael Ledford. Felicia Marie Lima. Meredith Corrine Lemaster. Austin Scott Lessel. Taufik Abiodun Liadi. Marla Marion Litwin. Anthony Lawrence Logarta. Lorenzo Dominic Lograsso. Chad Michael Lombardo. Alexander Louis Lozon. Maria Luisa Lumeta. Samantha Victoria Lutonen, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Lindsay Ann Luzad, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Jessica Francis Linus. Dan Michael Magda. Daniel Adam Mazanoff. Miriam Nashwan Maleka. Scott Michael Malitz. Alyssa Lorraine Malone. Carrie Lynn Maley. James Clark Manzella. Katie Gloria Marciniak, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Justin Edward Marvin. Eric Walter Mazakowski. Thomas Mashonis. Brittany Sierra Mason. Keith James Mason. Brittany Nicole Massengale. Catherine Suzanne McAfee. Justin Dale McAllister. Sean Michael McGuffin. Timothy Patrick McGuire. Corinne Christine McKean. Kyle Christopher McKean. Katie Nicole McLean, National Honor Society, cum laude. Marlena Kelsey McMillan. Nicholas Patrick McMullen. Samuel Randolph Meads III. Renee Margaret Mack. Jason Aaron Mesclair. Cassandra Florence Messina. Jessica Marie Methvin. Lauren Elizabeth Michael. Janess Natalie Michalak. Amy Lynn Mahalski, National Honor Society, summa cum laude. Charles Wayne Millen Jr. Megan Marie Miller. Jacqueline Rose Mixon. Samuel Stephen Mosheri, National Honor Society, cum laude. Jacob Molek. Rita Maria Pauline Montalbano. Catherine Elizabeth Moore. Tiffany Rose Mora, National Honor Society, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Moran, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Nicholas Gerald Morris. Alexandra Lee Morawski, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Brittany Angel Murphy, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Christina Faye Nagel, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Hollis Arden Naraki, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Joseph Richard Neerink. Marinella Nelly. Dylan Patrick Newman. Taylor Lynn Nezich, National Honor Society, cum laude. Kevin V. Wynn, National Honor Society, AP Scholar. Kelly Marie Nichter. Taylor Christine Neiman. Taylor Ann Niewhite. Adam Nicholas Nordstrand. Matthew Alexander Oberski. Taylor Renee Oberski. Nicholas Taylor Olson. Alexander Robert Olzum. Douglas Arthur Pahokee III, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Samuel Joseph Vincent Padalino. Joseph Allen Palomino. Mylan David Panich. Shelby Nicole Parks. Buki Pasho. Colin Richard Paul. Peter Joseph Paulicki. Emily Lou Perzik. Marisa Ray Pfeiffer, National Honor Society, cum laude. Alexander Stephen Peters, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Jordan Aaron Pittman. Rosalino Thomas Pizzo. Emily Claire Platt, National Honor Society, cum laude. Francesca Polaccia, National Honor Society. Nicholas Ernest Pamonti, National Honor Society, cum laude. Eric Robert Posovitz. Jacob Lee Potterpin, National Honor Society, cum laude. Alexis Marie Provato. Kristen Taylor Prees. Stephen Allen Probst. Joshua Arthur Radke. Ellery Kirsten Roth. Alyssa Anna Maria Rakia, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar.
Alexander Lynn Riker, National Honor Society, cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth Rhine. Dana Leanne Reif. Emily Kathleen Riley. Brian James Robbins, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. James Thomas Robinette. Connor Taylor Robeson, National Honor Society, cum laude. Brittany Verna Rogers. Daniel Shaw Roman, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Erica Page Roney. Yulia Rantu, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Joel William Root. Kurt Christian Rothy, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Amaris Shapria Marche Rosier. Matthew Ryan Ruditis. Dominic Patrick Russo. Valerie Ann Sack, National Honor Society, cum laude. Jacob Alexander Sahadi. Erin Margaret Salter. Clayton Evan Schaffhauser. Alexis Marie Shefka, National Honor Society, cum laude. David Richard Schmidt. Matthew James Schwartz, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Nicholas Anthony Scoza. Christopher Dennis Searle. Stephen Jacob Seiberling. Corey Eric Seitz. Joseph Robert Seneschal. Joseph Thomas Serra, National Honor Society, cum laude. Leon Safar Shabo. Jared Allen Sharp. Shivani Udekumar Shastri, National Honor Society, cum laude. Brianna Ashley Sheridan. Dylan Gage Chauvin. Megan Sarah Simpson, National Honor Society, magna cum laude. Valerie Eileen Simpson. Marash Mark Sinishtai. Brandon Mitchell Slazakowski. Christopher Kirk Sladzinski. Julie Smakai. Paul Michael Smith. Ryan William Smith. Stephanie Michelle Smith. Sharvincia Mecca Rosina Smith Sykes. Jacob Peter Smoger. Ashley Ann Sneath. Brett Eric Snyder. Samantha Joe Sorochinsky. Danae Joyce Southern, cum laude. Justin Joseph Spagnolo. Andrew Lewis Speaks. Gabriella Sophia Steich. Victoria Faye Staples. Brittany Lynn Staten. Adam Nicholas Stefanski. Thomas James Stewart. Boban Slobodan Stojkovic. Ryan Paul Stoll. Christopher Nicholas Stone. Casey Martin Strohauer. Michelle Therese Studer. Michael Anthony Sumik. Kyle Frank Swee. Scott Michael Taylor, magna cum laude. Jillian Marie Terry, National Honor Society, summa cum laude. Simone Thomas. Shelby Lynn Tierney. Natalie Ann Topalian, National Honor Society, summa cum laude, AP Scholar. Noheli Marie Torres. Erica Elizabeth Toutant. Rebecca Robin Towinski. Erica Taylor Townsley. Taylor Michelle Treziak, National Honor Society, cum laude. Sean Allen Arthur Tucker. Caitlin Nicole Ulbrich. Marcus Paul Vanderpool. David Alexander Vaught. Michael Harry Venetis. Anna Maria Vitale. Tristan James Vogt. Brian Edward Wagner. Brittany LaFay Wagner. Stephanie Rose Waldorf. Brooke Marie Wales. Robert Shane Walker. Courtney Marie Waterworth, National Honor Society, magna cum laude, AP Scholar. Jessica Danielle Warzinski. Margot Marie Webb, National Honor Society, cum laude. Danielle Danae Widener. Gregory Royce Simangan Wells. James Vernon Whalen. Tyler James White, National Honor Society, cum laude. Jessica Grace Williams, National Honor Society, cum laude. Michael Allen Worth. Tyler John Wisniewski. Raymond Anthony Wisniewski II. Haley Judith Witt. Jakub David Vnuk. Dean Gregory Wolf III. Christopher Anthony Wolowski, Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology. Eric Richard Warden. Digmont Johanna, National Honor Society, cum laude. Douglas James Young, Jr. Nicholas John Zadik. Vincent Thomas Zanardelli. Farah Safa Zaraga. Jordana Zavich. Rebecca Marie Zavlsak, Utica Center for Science, Math, and Technology. Justin Robert Zimmer. Raymond John Zolkowski II. Lisa Zora, National Honor Society, cum laude. Gage Eric Zurowski, cum laude, AP Scholar.
As we take leave from Ford, students, remember to smile, learn people's names, and take a genuine interest in them. Learn to juggle so that you never break the glass ball that is your family. Never forget that we live in the greatest country in the world. Keep your life interesting, and when given a chance, choose to be Tigger over Eeyore every time. Thank you.